Our company was growing. We were up to over 20 employees, and we were averaging around 25% growth each and every year. Life was good, but as you well know, that's only half the story in a business. The other half isn't quite as pretty. We were struggling to hire fast enough to keep up, and every one of us was juggling balls while spinning plates. We might as well have been doing it with our eyes closed. Though we were succeeding, we knew that this couldn't continue. We couldn't continue growing at this rate if we didn't do something to control the chaos. My two partners and I decided what we needed was to have an executive offsite together, because that's what all the cool kids were doing. And yes, I mean kids. It was a funny story. Being the most responsible of our group, I was tasked with reserving the condo where we would be staying. The problem was I wasn't old enough to sign the contract. I was 23 at the time, and you had to be 25 or older to sign and rent a car, which I found out in the same trip. As we were getting ready for our fancy offsite on the Florida coast, I realized I had a very big problem on my hands. I had never been to an executive offsite, and now I had to lead one. I had no idea what to do. So I did my best to piece together what I could find in a quick Google search or two. And back then, I thought the event was a decent success. But looking back on it now, I'd give myself a solid C+. We had an idea of where we were going over the next few years, and we had a rough plan on how to get there, but we wasted so much time getting caught in the weeds. We debated the color and the placement of a button on our website for over 2 hours. Now, we tried to take notes, but because we covered so much minutia and because we were terrible note takers, we didn't understand our notes once we got back to the office. We had focused too much on how and what at the expense of getting aligned on our why. Now, over the next 10 years, I led dozens of executive team meetings. Some of them went really well, some of them not so well. And in this series, I'm going to boil down all of my research and my personal experience for you. By the end, you'll be able to run a killer offsite that is not only a lot of fun, but actually moves you and your team downfield further and faster. I'll show you how to prepare for an offsite, and I'm going to provide some simple but profound advice from what I've learned along the way. In the next series, I'm going to give you a complete agenda and teach you everything you need to know to crush day one of your next offsite. And you and your team will leave that day inspired, informed, and ready for day two. Now, in the following series, we're going to build on everything that you accomplished in day one and carry all of that momentum into day two, where you'll define the next steps and transform all of your discussion into action. Then in the final segment of the series, I'm going to show you some of the mistakes that I made after our offsite and how you can avoid those same mistakes with your team.